Today I'm going to talk to you about couples who like to live together without the privileges of the sacrament of marriage. So I'd like to begin today by talking to you about what happened here in Florida recently, where a young mother was arrested for leaving her small child in a locked car with the windows up because she wanted to stop at a pub and have a few drinks with her friends. Thank God some people in the parking lot saw the kid in the car and they called the police. The police were able to come in time and the child was already unconscious, but they were able to save the child's life and the mother went off to jail. When the mother got out, of course, she wanted her child back, but the state took custody of that child. And the mother kept saying, "Oh, I love my child, I love my child." But nonetheless, the state decided that they would take custody of the child. In my opinion, that mother has no clue what love really is. Why? Because Jesus tells us that real love is as follows, as he explains in the Gospel of St. John: "There is no greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." And Jesus did more than speak. He put these words into action because he himself let himself be put to death for us. That is love. Simply put, love is a commitment and it requires sacrifice. That mother with the poor kid in the hot car was not committed to her child's safety. And she was not willing to sacrifice a few beers for the sake of her child. Christian love is not a temporary commitment. In other words, you can't say, "I love you today, but I won't love you tomorrow." I'm sure that you've heard St. Paul's famous description of love, where he writes, "Love is patient, love is kind, love is not jealous, love is not pompous, love is not rude," and so on. And at the end of that, he adds, "Love endures all things." That means true love lasts no matter what. It is a lasting love, a lasting commitment. Now, when I hear of couples who are living together without being married, I'm not shy to ask them why. And many times, in fact, I should say usually, the answer I get is, "Well, Father, we love each other." Well, because I take Jesus' words to heart, my gut reaction to we love each other is, how can there be love if there is no commitment? This cannot be real love. I'm sure that they care about each other. I'm sure there's an intense physical attraction between the couple. I'm sure that their hearts are fluttering, their emotions are related, and they're so excited to be with each other. But that is not love. If they discuss the topic further with me, I let them know my thoughts. And then they tell me, "Well, in the future we hope to get married. Right now we're just living together to save money." My gut reaction to that is to wonder, well, if you want to save money, why don't you live with your parents? Or live with other relatives if things aren't going well with your parents? Or even live with some friends in order to save money. You don't have to live together as husband and wife when you're not in order to save money. We all know that living together is not the only solution to saving money. Now, to be fair, I know that some couples really do have good intentions to make an enduring commitment and to truly sacrifice for each other. But because they know marriage is a serious thing, they're afraid of marriage. Would Jesus have chosen the wedding feast at Cana as the place for his first miracle, if he planned to abandon married couples to fend for themselves, Jesus himself at that wedding changed water into wine to help out that bride and groom. And today, in the same way, for couples who've been blessed with marriage, he is with them. Jesus is there to help them. He's there to help them stand by their lasting commitment. And he's there to strengthen them with the graces needed to make the sacrifices that are required by true Christian love. As Christians and as human beings, we deserve to be respected, and we must give that same respect to others. Love is not something that can be experimented with. You can experiment with the use of alcohol, you can experiment with the use of drugs, you can experiment with sexual trysts, but no one can experiment with love. Love, by its very nature, is a lasting commitment, and it involves sacrifice, a sacrifice of total giving to the other person. I hope that would answer a few of your questions regarding why couples should not live together without the graces of marriage, and I hope it will encourage couples to seek the graces of marriage, because without them, life is so difficult. We need Jesus' graces in our lives, no matter what path we choose to follow. God bless you.